me tell you the truth. Let's be honest. Broke boys have so much love to give. Because
No, they don't. No, they don't. No, when
I feel like broke boys are opportunists, to be honest. They see you, when I drive Jaguar, LV
now drive Porsche.
I love how she's not saying her cars.
It's a little, and I just want to put it out there that she got it as a matric present.
What shit?
Rona ko matric, our parents want to see us go newspapering, but mara ho shota di degree nyana when Porsche.
Oh, he's a first class. What opposite? He's a first class.
No, actually, can I set the record straight? Your dad bought you a Porsche for your matric for passing. Listen, I got my apartments for passing, but that Porsche is my mom's car. The Mercedes is my car. You get what I'm saying?
The Mercedes is hers.
No. Let's take it back, okay? Run the tape.
Would you date someone who has less money than you?
Said I would consider. It touches a lot of insecurities in a man, because like as a woman I would love for you to take me out on dates and stuff like that, treat me nicely, and like I have to be able to understand that you can't do that. And if I can appreciate you not being able to do that, then that's something else that I also have to consider.
So you're basically saying that you're not sure, but like it is a possibility depending on the relationship.
Yeah.
Even if you have the best game in the world, don't date, guys. Don't date. The reason why is that, like, even if you can like approach girls and get their numbers and get to know them, one thing that I learned for myself is that when you aren't making money, when you can't provide for the lifestyle that she wants for herself, it always ends in disaster, because she's got way too much external temptation from guys with more money than you. You know, at this point right now in society, most girls are just really money orientated. Like, they're very greedy, you know. So even if you have the bare minimum, even if you have just enough to afford her lifestyle or the things that she needs, because there's so many other guys in society who are going to be approaching her saying, hey, you know, I've got more money, I've got this car, I've got this apartment, I've got this, it's always going to end in disaster. Like, maybe she might be able to resist for now, you know. I'm talking about the majority. I'm not talking about the real queens, the ones who can really hold it down no matter what position you are in society. I'm not talking about those girls. I'm talking about the regulars, you know. When a guy who's of quality comes by, you know, and you're not necessarily where you want to be, that temptation alone is enough for her to make a mistake. You know, I'm not saying that she's going to leave you. I'm not saying that, like, you know, she's going to hop ship and jump ship, because most of those guys don't even want anything long-term or serious. They just want to have their fun and go. So when you don't have money, when you have just enough, when you're not balling out, you're always at risk of the next guy coming in to tempt your girlfriend, because she's always going to feel like, oh, the grass is so much greener on the other side, bearing in mind that, you know, these guys, they don't really want her like that. They don't want to keep her. They don't want to be with her over long term. But just because there's that hope of, if he keeps me, you know. And that's the problem. That's why they say right now in society that the rich guys are chowing all the girls, because they can literally just get into your relationship for fun and bounce. You know, they can just get into your relationship for fun and bounce. So yeah, like, I don't advise dating when you're not necessarily there financially, unless you find a queen, you know, because then at least, you know that regardless the amount of external temptation there's coming in, it won't make a difference on whether she's going to want to be with you or not, or, you know, whether she's going to make a mistake or not, because she values herself to a standard of integrity. You know, she holds herself accountable to her actions.
I've also dated a broke person, and when I dated the broke guy, I realized, wow, I will never date a broke guy. Like, they're just always angry.
Broke guys are loving.
No, they're not.
Broke guys have ambition.
They're always angry because they don't feel they don't feel complete, because they can't do the basic thing that they're supposed to do. They can't provide.
Which is what
and they get jealous.
They provide hugs, long texts, good morning messages.
Because I think, when you do date someone who's below your payroll or whatever, they are so intimidated by
because they also, and you know what they start doing? They want you to be like a submissive provider. How am I a submissive provider?
Nah.
And the thing is, you don't even make them feel bad. You're like, dude, it's okay. Like, I remember, dude, I would Uber this man to Pretoria.
For dick?
No, don't say like that. Oh my God, he was my man, dude. I was even a res student Ubering a grown man to Pretoria.
Is he still broke now?
No, he's actually very successful.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. You leave a broke man, then you're gonna regret it, because that man is still building something.
Why is
he
there
came
regret?
back and he wanted to be with me again. no, I don't want to be with him ever again because he traumatized me.
So I was having a discussion with a friend of mine. She's a girl. And while we were talking, it's interesting. She was like, why is it that when a woman leaves a man who is somewhat in a trouble financially, like maybe he lost his job or something, why does society shun that woman? First thought came to mind, I was like, then why should you be in a relationship if you don't want to stick with your man if he's going through the most? Why do you just want to be with a man if he's okay? But the second thought came to mind that a man's role is to primarily protect, provide, procreate. So if a man cannot provide, and in today's society, provision comes in the form of money. If a man cannot provide, it means that he's failing as a man. So if a woman feels like this man is failing her as a man, she has every right to leave him. Thank goodness some of us are fortunate that that has never happened, where if we transitioned or loss of income or something like that, our woman never left us. But to some extent, it makes sense why she will leave a man who cannot provide, because that's a rule as a man. At the end of the day, that's just the truth of it. Society has no room for weak men. So if you can't provide for your woman, how can you provide for a family? How can you provide for greater things in life if you can't even provide for yourself? I think every woman who leaves a man while the man is transitioning, looking for a new job or whatever, to some extent, we might think it's shallow, but it's just instinct, really. She just sees this man cannot provide. There's only so much a woman can take. We cannot. There's interestingly enough a video I watched. This guy, the lady was cheating on her, and her reasoning was this guy lost his job, and all he does now is play PlayStation. That's all he does. He sits on his PlayStation 5 and plays PlayStation every day, all day. So can we blame the woman for doing what she did because this man is now comfortable in his weakness? Nah, that's not fair on women. I think if a man cannot provide, he needs to question himself and ask himself difficult questions so that he can continue being a man, because this world has no room for weak men, not even in the slightest.
I saw a video that made a lot of ladies uncomfortable. The guy saying he can no longer date below his financial bracket. And there were so many ladies who were angry. And I think we missed the point. He said, the moment you get to a certain level financially, someone else's problems feel like a burden to you, and your problems feel like privileged problems to them. Then he made an example. He said, I will be stressing about not having enough money to travel. For example, 5,000, the boys are going to Cape Town. And this person, because she still has serious problems, will say, you have 5,000 to travel. I could buy groceries. Also, problems is serious. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with having serious problems. We have different problems in different degrees. But the moment you elevate and stop having the problems of groceries and start having problems of traveling and problems of the car and problems of wanting to change your tires, your problems become unnecessary to this other person. Your problems become watered down. You can't even have authentic conversations because my mom didn't eat. My medication for my uncle. No. Now you can't say, I need 5,000. Yes, I want to buy myself a perfume. Because what type of perfume costs 5,000 rand when we don't have food, Ekai? So he was saying that he has learned that it is better to gravitate towards people that are in your own tax bracket so that you guys can understand each other and not water down each other's problems or lifestyles, where now you have to be dragged to go help this person. He further said, when I take myself out of a hole, and these are not his specific words, this is what I heard. When I take myself out of a hole, why would I want to go back into that hole now being pulled down by someone who has not pulled themselves out of that hole?
So before I give you my opinion, I want you to understand something. I'm a lecturer, I'm a fashion lecturer, and I have a small business that makes clothes on the side, right? So I want you to understand that because of that in this economy, I am those men that you're talking about. I am broke men deserve nothing, but I will tell you this, broke men deserve God. Give them to Jesus. Come on, somebody. I've personally learned that I work harder when I'm not in a relationship than when I'm in a relationship. That time of cuddles, child of God, that time of Netflix and chill, what are you doing with your bank account on 0-0? Deep within the spirit of Lazarus, you are a man of financial deficiency. You're walking around with a black card that bounces. What are you doing Netflixing and chilling? Oh, child of God, I'm about to be radical. Even the music of this time, why are you not making a plan by yourself? And I know there's going to be someone out there who says, but in this economy, yes, in this economy, close your legs. In this economy, my brother, use your hand. Once there's two people together, we already know there is high potential and high possibilities of a third person coming in where we are singing Maukona Ngizoyenza plan. No, you must enter a plan for 3 people. It cannot be that the future of black people is still Sokolo, is still Sasa. No, guys, you're not serious. And I highly advocate for women to build them. Look, if you're that girl who says, myself, I just want to chill. I get it. You want to be in your feminine energy. I get it. But unfortunately, this is not the time. I'm saying empower yourself and make sure you marry someone. This is what I tell my sisters. Empower yourself and make sure you are in the company, not before we even get to marriage. You are in the company of men who work twice as hard as you because they have twice the strength that you have. Being broke is purely situational. Oh my God, I wish somebody can hear me. Being broke is purely situational. My dad used to say, don't allow people to say you're poor because poverty is a state of mind. You see, when we say you're poor, it's child of God. There's nothing we can do to help you because it's mental. But when you're broke, it's situational. Give a man, let's go to scripture. Give a man time. Abba verse that says, I've come to realize, woman of God, please listen. It says, I've come to realize that the race is not for those who are fast. God is not saying those who will win the race are those who are fast. He's also not saying the battles are for those who are strong. Because have you not heard about David? The battle is not for those who are strong. I've also come to realize that bread is not only given to the wise, nor favor only given to those who are smart. But time. Give a man what time? Come on. But time and opportunity happens to. But when is time and opportunity going to have? When a man with a 0 in his account is Netflixing and chilling at the back room. Guys, it's not right. You are disturbing the man of God from doing what he's supposed to be doing for his lineage. Now we have men who says, no, we must go 50-50. No, guys, Njani. Who are you going 50-50 with? Are you going to carry 50% of the baby? You're also going to experience stretch marks and society telling you, oh, look at you, how you're looking, because you were carrying an entire human being. When people do not understand that the reason there's existence in this world is because of you, who are you going 50-50 with? And if you're one of those lucky men who God has blessed and you find yourself with a woman who's willing to do that, what do they do? Njabulo is out in the streets at Konka splashing his other 50% because no, she knows that Naledi will pay the other 50%. You're being silly. You're being very, very silly. And I also think let's because people are married. I always get surprised when married men cheat. I'm like, how? With what time? Man of God, you're very blessed. You're married and you're out here with your card. Your wife is not asking where is the money. You're very lucky. You're very blessed. But also it's informed by the fact that they have money because they're married to a lady who says, no, myself will go 50-50. But anyway, that's not my problem. I was busy with this broke man deserve nothing matter. Again, we shall go back to scripture. Today we're very scriptural. We shall go back to scripture. Scripture says, for a man shall leave his mother's and father's house to go join with his family and build his own house, right? So and we've seen throughout history that men were informed to be the builders of the house. But Naledi is now a snowman builder. She's Barbara the builder. She's trying to build a man. And then this and that happens. The man is built. You know what I've realized? I've been in a situation, please don't feel sorry for me. I've been in a situation where I built someone and once they were built, they were like, because here's the thing. Every stage of our lives requires a different part of us. And I'm not saying it's wrong to build them. Myself, I would say don't do it. But if you do it, it's very possible. In many cases, it has been possible that when people are now built, they're like, because you will remind them where you took them from. Now, lady will always say, but remember, Simba does not want to remember. Simba is now Putmatlisa. And so he will leave and go to a place where people recognize him as this latter days man, the Putmatlisa of the time. But again, if you want to build a man, it's up to your discretion, child of God. Says this, broke men deserve the Lord. They deserve to go to the field and look for and find the right time and the right opportunity, and then things will happen. But you want to intervene, Mago, and you know women like quality time. You want to intervene. That quality time could have been spent making something. Leave the broke men alone. Let them work.
Get your ticket for the City Girls High Tea for charity. The City Girls are taking over Stanton on the 2nd of December. Don't be a silly girl, be a city girl.